Hey traders, TG Watkins here. Today I'm going to talk about leverage ETFs and what they are, and especially single stock leverage ETFs. So maybe this is some new stuff to you, but leverage ETFs have actually been around for a while. The new thing are all these single stock leverage ETFs. And so I think the fact that these things are being created like left and right on all the big names have them. Clearly, there is some desire for them, and the institutions that make them, they must be making money because they charge fees for them anyway. And there's just proliferation of this, and I've been benefiting from it. The Moxie subscribers have been benefiting from it, and I think this has been great. And so the fact that these things are really starting to get rolled out and very, very popular, I wanted you guys to know about it, especially since this is one of my core trading strategies, is using these leverage ETFs and some of the secrets that they actually show us. So what I'm going to be doing today is talking to you guys about how you trade them, the pros and cons about them. Does diversification matter? Because if you remember, ETFs versus single stock ETFs, and options. Can you actually use options on these things? So if you guys remember, I teach the Moxie Indicator Mastery. If you guys want to come on over, this is how you can find out more about me and come into the trading room. We do offer trials. So if you guys are interested, either reach out to our customer support or come over here to our simplertrading.com link. All right, so this is for educational purposes only, but remember, if you guys like these videos, to like and subscribe. That way you can get more of these as they come out. All right, so what is a single stock leveraged ETF? Basically, it is a specialized exchange traded fund, okay? And really what that means is it's a single stock. So again, single stock. It is a multiple of performance of a single stock. And so what we're going to be seeing is that they use derivatives and they do other things, kind of behind the scenes fancy stuff, in order to achieve the goals of either a 2x or 3x of the daily returns or losses of a specific company's stock. So think Tesla, think SoFi, Palantir, they all have these leveraged ETFs. Now, some of them are 2x, some of them are 3x. You'll have to look into the details to see what they are. Also, some of them have different amounts of volume, so you'll want to trade the most popular one. MSTR has this, and you can do these inversely. There are inverse leveraged ETFs. Now, maybe you guys know about this with the S&P. There's SPXL, there's SPXS, there's all sorts of stuff, SOXL, SOXS, everything like that. And you can have like MSTR has a bullish ETF and MSTR has a bearish ETF. So if you think the market's going down or these stocks are going down, you can get leverage by going long the bearish ones because they will go up when the market or the stock goes down. Now, for the most part, I'm going to be trading these leveraged ones to the upside. That's the way I prefer to trade anyway, but maybe if you need a hedge or something like that, you can use the inverse ones. Just be aware that these, because they do use derivatives and other ways of achieving this, that they are not exactly the same. Like you're not going to be seeing the bearish one look exactly opposite of the bullish one. So go look at them and you'll see what I'm talking about. These are not things that you want to hang on for a long time. You just want to use them when necessary. So let me then show you a couple examples of what they look like. So on the long bullish side, you got NVDL, AMDL. Now there are a couple different ones, like AMZZ or AMZU if you wanted Amazon. Tesla has TSLR, but there's also TSLL. Again, if you're interested in trading these and you want to know which one, you can either listen to me, I'll tell you which one because I'm already trading them, or you can look them up, look at their prospectus, and then you can also figure out what their management fees are, and then just go for the one that has more volume, really, because there's a reason that it has more volume, and you kind of want to go where everybody else is. So there are multiple leverage ETFs of these single stocks. And then if you're wanting to be bearish, you can find the same thing over here if you want to be bearish on these things. Okay, so again, if you want to play the ups or the downs, there are options and possibilities for you on either direction. All right, now here's an example. If we use Tesla versus TSLL. Now TSLL is the leverage ETF of Tesla. That's the one I'm using. And a couple things to really note. This is about the critical daily reset, okay? And a lot of people call it just decay or volatility decay. And the thing to really pay attention to here is, let's use this first example. If we, let me get a different cursor. If we look down here from that point, which is the same as this point here on TSLL. And you'll see that Tesla came all the way back down to the support area and it was level. Basically, it was a support area and it stopped right there. But if you look at TSLL, when it was tracking Tesla, it actually went lower than that point. And this is that decay that we talk about. This is why these kind of vehicles are not for long-term trading. Now, long-term might be relative because I was trading TSLL back here and we made about 240, 250%. So what I'm trying to show you on this example is that from here to about here was 250%. And it took a couple months. And so, something like this, as long as the trend is working with you and for you, you can hang on to it for a few weeks, a couple months. I mean, you could hang on to it for longer, but you need to understand that if things go wrong and they really come down, it will not perfectly match the underlying to the same extent. And you can even see that here, where here's a level, and here's a level on Tesla. But look, that same level is now lower and lower yet again. Okay, so even on the upside, like when it's bad, it's going to be worse. And on the upside, it may not fully catch up to where it was. Again, for me and how I'm trading, that's okay, because what I'm doing is I have been going long here, long here, long here, and trading this as it goes. And that's okay. I don't care that it is much lower than where it began from, because I'm really only trying to trade it in one direction. And I'm trying to ratchet my moves up there. And once again, we traded this, we got out of it, and then we're back into it again right through here because I think that there's another setup coming. So it doesn't matter to me that I get decay because I'm trading this in such a short-term fashion, and I'm only keeping it as long as it's working for me. All right. I just wanted to let you guys know that I do have a webinar coming up this Thursday about these leverage ETFs, about how the Moxie Indicator works with these, and a few other long-term trading ideas since this market is so strong and doing so well. So if you guys are interested, it's going to be a free webinar. It's going to be Thursday, June 26th, 7 p.m. Central. Come check it out. I know you guys have seen that I've already had videos out here talking about how I used these leverage ETFs to turn my account from 46,000 into 719,000. I'm going to be going into more detail and some other things that I'm going to be teaching with this. So wanted to make sure that you guys understood that there's going to be a free webinar here. And really kind of the big thing also that I've discovered is that there is a secret clue that only these leverage ETFs have, and it helps me time the market. That clue was exactly the reason and the thing that gave me the conviction to put 90% of my options account into SOXL calls, which got me the big move. I made 2,060%. Yeah, 2,060% on that in 30 days. So it was a pretty wild move. All right, so as we continue moving on, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with ETFs and kind of understand that. I mean, the S&P is an ETF, basically. But the difference that has been happening with this, and we call them ETFs, but the single stock ETF is really just one stock. There is no diversification. It is just that one stock. It is concentrated bets, Tesla, SoFi, Palantir, whatever it is you want. It's just that stock. This can be good or bad. I'll get to that in a minute. Versus a traditional one where, maybe you have bonds and you have real estate and large cap, small cap, mid cap, or international, all that kind of stuff. And the whole idea behind this is to help diversify so that if something takes a dump, let's say international takes a dump, well, the rest of your stuff might be doing okay. And then it kind of softens the blow. Now, maybe on the upside, it also softens the upside. So, kind of a double-edged sword. There are pros, there are cons. You just kind of need to understand what you're dealing with because there can be some risk associated with this. Again, I'll get to that in just a second. Now, if you look at the single versus diversified, okay, here is the SOXL, which is the leveraged ETF of the semiconductors, versus NVDL and AMDL, which are two of the major ETFs or major stocks that are in that ETF in SMH, and they each have their own leverage ETF. So I kind of wanted to take a look and say, okay, well, diversification versus not. Now, SOXL, basically from the bottom here to the top, went 173%. Fantastic move. I mean, that is amazing, especially for a stock. And this is why I like these leverage ETFs, because even on a stock basis, I mean, that's amazing. To be able to double or more than double your money on a stock, that's great. And if you're looking at NVDL, same thing, from the low to the high, 116%, and AMD from the low to the high, 151%. Okay, so you're thinking, wow, I must clearly go for SOXL. Maybe, maybe not. It's just trying to show you that the diversification versus the single stock can keep up, or it is going to be dependent on the single stock. Now, remember, NVIDIA is such a big company and a big stock that it's not going to be moving quite as much. That is the difference between NVIDIA and AMD. AMD is right now an up-and-coming stock, comparatively, and it's got a lot of room to catch up. And so it is making a bigger move than NVIDIA. That's just how the two stocks are. And SOXL is benefiting from the overall sector strength. And so it just so happens that SOXL is kind of the winner as far as the overall, how percentage that this thing grows. So yeah, just want to show you that they're all doing pretty well, but some will do better, some will do worse. And then diversification, let's just say AMD has bad news, it can get hit, but NVIDIA might be doing fine, and so that'll probably mean SOXL will do fine. Here's my example. If we look at this, now this is a stock that I traded. This is rather unfortunate, but I did put some money on HIMZ with its HIMZ, which is the leveraged ETF, and I entered right about there. You can see I had about 1 or maybe 2 days of happiness, and then they came out with some news, and this thing got crunched. It obviously blew right through my stop and everything else like that. But HIMZ is now down 68%. Of course, these things can only go to 0, great, but 68% is a pretty good hit, especially compared to 34%. And so that is the risk that you're going to be experiencing with these things. They're great when they're great, but then whether or not, you better be prepared for that. And so you don't want to be putting all of your eggs in one basket just in case something like this happens. Now, I wasn't damaged too hard or anything like that. 68%, not too fun, but it's not the worst thing in the world. And that is the risk of going with a single stock leveraged ETF, because news came out on this one particular stock and caused it to come down when the rest of the market is actually looking pretty great and moving up. So yeah, just a little heads up on that one. So who should or should not be trading this kind of thing? Now, for the most part, sophisticated traders, okay, look, if you're a new trader and you're still just trying to get your feet wet and trying to understand how this stuff works, yeah, you're probably not going to want to use leverage ETFs, because when things go wrong, they go wrong in a bigger way. If you're just trying to learn how to trade, just stick with the normal stuff, understand charts, get your feet wet, paper trade, and kind of go from there, okay? Because there are some weird things in here as far as how the derivatives work and whether you're bull ETF or bear ETF, okay? They don't work exactly the same. You are definitely a short-term trader. Now, again, that's kind of relative, because TSLL, I did trade that for a few months on that last big move, okay? As long as it's working for you, great. But you can also see through that TSLL example, if the market's coming down, if the stock is coming down, it's going to go worse. So you really want to keep a tight leash on these things. These are not for long-term portfolios or buy and hold. You need to be somewhat active with them, and that's where you come here. You're going to want to be active, okay? You need to make sure that you keep an eye on these things in case something goes wrong. It's not a set and forget. Yeah, you can set stops and you can do other things like that, but this isn't like, oh, I'm just going to buy Coca-Cola and I'm just going to let it sit in my account for a while and see what happens. No, you don't want to do that with these, okay? And so it's not for a low risk tolerance type account or person, okay? These are great to the upside. They can also be rough on the downside, and so make sure you understand kind of what you're dealing with on these. All right, so as far as options, because as you guys know, I made 2,060% on SOXL options. And so yes, you can trade options on these single stock ETFs. You need to make sure though that there's enough volume on these things, because not all of them have options, and some of them that do have options, nobody's trading them. There's like two contracts or something, so you don't want to be the only one. Just make sure that they get popular enough. Find a name, and hey, if it doesn't have a name, doesn't have a ticker for options, then maybe trade the underlying. Okay. Also realize that if the move goes against you, like I showed you with TSLL or even HIMZ, the loss could be bigger, because now you're dealing with leverage on top of leverage. So a lot of times people who trade options, if they're going to be putting it out there, they just kind of risk the debit, and that's what they understand that they're going to do. So make sure you understand your trading strategy when you're starting to add leverage on top of leverage. Okay. And kind of on that note, options on leverage ETFs may not necessarily make more money, but the benefit is that it's cheaper. So for example, Tesla, maybe a TSLA call option is $22. That's pretty expensive. But a TSLL call for the same equivalent strike on TSLL might be $2, So something like that could really work. If you're like, man, I really can't afford $22 for one option, you can go for two. And maybe you can buy a few more and give you a little bit more flexibility like that. Because if you can only buy one option at $22, you don't really have much flexibility. You're either in or you're out. It's not like you can kind of leg in and leg out. But if you can buy multiple $2 options, then you can kind of leg in, leg out, take some percentages off, take some out, take some profits, stuff like that. And so I think that would be the benefit of trading options on these leveraged ETFs, is that it's actually more about the cost of the option. Okay. So that kind of brings me to the end. If you guys are interested in actually purchasing the class, because I did make a class on these leveraged ETFs, because again, this is a core part of my trading strategy, and obviously we're doing well. I'm making a lot of money with it, and you can see the success that I've had with them, and it is possible. So I thought, okay, there's something here. I need to tell people about this, and I need to make a class from it. So if you guys want the full-blown class, which I think is about an hour, hour and a half, you can get that. It's the leveraged ETF breakout session, and I go in there and I show you all the things that I know about the leveraged ETFs and the secrets for what they show that only these leveraged ETFs show. So pretty good stuff. I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, come on out to check out these breakout sessions and talk to our customer support or go to the website and see what you can do. All right, guys. So thanks again. I'll see you at the next one. Hey, TG here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like or comment below. Also, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you can stay up to date with my market analysis. Or you can join my free newsletter with the link in the description. Good trading, and I'll see you at the next video.